Good evening, humans. Tyrannosaurusmoth here, and tonight we're taking a look at the Figuarts Ultraman Ace figure from Bandai. Let's do this. Aesthetically speaking, this figure looks awesome. First of all, like the sculpt has a really nice heft to it, and yeah, beyond that, we kind of get into the colors, and once again, we see Figuarts kind of employing that kind of old 60s, 70s sort of like kind of aged silver. It's got this kind of grime look to it. And normally not a huge fan of it, but in this case, I mean, it totally works. It kind of makes it look more of the era, and yeah, love it. Other than that, again, the red's really nice. Kind of a brighter red here, which contrasts really nicely with that kind of grimier silver. Our color timer is a nice kind of bright light blue. Obviously, that you got that nice translucency. You got the beautiful translucency in the eyes as well. You can see the way that catches the light. Big fan of that. We get the jewel here on the forehead, just painted, but definitely matches the color timer as well. And that head sculpt, just really nice and clean. Great look as well. I don't think I ever thought that much about Ultraman Ace, but now having the figure in hand, just really cool design. Really like that mohawk sort of deal, especially with this little random hole. This looks awesome. And yeah, other than that, like all the line work, nice and super clean. All of our lines are sculpted in. I shouldn't say obviously, but Figuarts tends to sculpt those in. So good work there. And yeah, just overall, very clean figure, very nice, hefty figure. Just feels solid all around. We get an awesome assortment of accessories here, so let's jump right in. Starting with hands, right out of the box, we do get a pair of fists. Then we get a pair of flat palm / flying hands. We get a pair of relaxed hands. And we get another pair of relaxed hands, though these look a little more intentional, maybe more of like, handshaking hands. We get a couple of 2-finger points, posed hands. And then finally we get another pair, just a pair of flat palm hands. Great assortment there. Then we get, of course, a second color timer. So we look at the blue one there. We get the red one here. Beautiful translucency to that as well. Attaches similar to some others. So kind of goes in the chest right there. Then we get the metallium beam effect. I love the way they did this nice kind of light blue, like plastic. And then we get like kind of shades of red kind of worked in there. It just gives it a little bit of extra dimension. It's really cool. And again, I love it when it's not the forearm that's being replaced, but just the hand itself. So it goes on as a normal hand would. And then we get the vertical guillotine, and this is impressive as hell. Just a solid piece of silver plastic here. And there's a little bit of translucency, so I think this might be translucent blue plastic that they painted silver, which gives it this really nice kind of look. It's kind of hard to get that across on camera, but you can see the hands there. So getting the figure into that pose is definitely going to be a little bit of work, but I think worth it for how this looks. Probably see it at the end. This is probably the final pose I'm going to put the figure in. But yeah, that will do it for accessories. Articulation balance here are nice. I will say that we have freestanding kicks, but this was hard fought. This took a lot of work to get into. Definitely easier on a more solid surface. Again, this is insulation foam that I use for my floor here, but yeah, I got it and it works. So there is that. But the finer points, we do have our barbell joint here, and then the neck into the head. The neck is a separate piece, and we get some decent range. You can definitely, again, it's not all the way up, so you got to arch the back a little bit for flying poses, but it's there. We get some very, very nice down. We get a little bit of tilt, and of course we get rotation. Rotation is nice and easy. We do get butterfly joints, so about that far forward, about that far back, and hinge and swivel at the shoulders, so we're coming up to just about a T. We do get rotation there as well. We get no bicep, but we do get double jointed elbows. The left one on mine is stuck. I still need to figure out what I need to do to fix that, but full range here on the right. Then we get our hinge swivel here at the wrists. So going pretty much anywhere you want to go. They're kind of spaced out as well, so you actually get some decent range on these ones. Then we get ball joint at the diaphragm, ball joint at the waist. for some really nice crunch. Actually, well, some decent crunch. Not the best I've seen, but it's far from the worst. Some excellent arch back. Some nice side to side. We get a little bit of rotation as well, but we're definitely running into the sculpt. So you're pretty much getting kind of like that little bit of a quarter-ish turn going on there. Come down to the hips and pretty nice range. Not full splits, but definitely close. As you can see, front kick, pardon me, full 90, that's beautiful. We do get our thigh cut, as you can see. And you can see these are those like hinge out and then twist. So that's worth noting. Our legs double jointed, coming about that far. For our feet, we are swivel, hinge, swivel. So we actually get a rotation there. We get some mediocre point. We get some better forward, some excellent rocker, and then a toe hinge. That will do it for articulation. Getting into size comparisons, here he is with some other SH Figuarts Ultras. With some domestics. With some imports. With some monsters. Finally, with articulated icons, Oni, yours truly in human form, as a Valorous Action Force figure. So my final thoughts on the SH Figuarts Ultraman Ace figure from Bandai is that this is a very solid Ultra from SH Figuarts. Just nice articulation. The articulation is fluid. A great assortment of accessories. I think it just has a really nice look to it. So yeah, just pretty much all the bases are hit, and getting it to stand with the vertical guillotine here, actually no problem. I can confirm that this is all the blue translucent plastic with a silver paint on it, and the hands pop right on. It doesn't really take any problem. And yeah, my only issue with mine is the fact that my left elbow doesn't bend all the way, so I got to figure that out. I think that's probably going to end up being an easier fix than I'm worrying about. So yeah, highly recommend it. So if you're a fan of SH Figuarts, certainly their Ultraman figures, and you're just a fan of Ultraman Ace in general, absolutely pick this up. I think it's still available from a few online resources, so I'll have a link or two in the description below for you if you're interested. That being said, I hope you found this review informative and somewhat entertaining, and if you did, hope to see you back, because I do multiple reviews a week of action figures related to tokusatsu, dinosaurs, monsters, pro wrestling, and more. So if any of that appeals to you, come on back. Let's talk about some really nice plastic, escape the world for a while. But really, at the end of the day, I just hope you're well. Hope that all of your toy dreams come true, and most importantly, I hope that you and yours stay weird, simians.